Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time to attack. Don't give up what you want, take it down.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 857. Tuesdays, we're going to talk about professionalized wrestling, and thankfully, this week is no different. Yeah! We've had a night. There was some stuff. There was some work. There was, we're not going to talk about that because it's about professional. It had nothing to do with wrestling, so it doesn't fucking matter anymore, right? But thanks to things working out the way they did, we are here. We're having a late show, about an hour late, less than an hour late. I feel good about that. And also, you get drinking Sorg. And as people that were hanging out next to me at WrestleRex know, drunk Sorg will let you know what the fuck he wants, what the fuck he thinks about Pittsburgh wrestling.
Drunk Sorg names, motherfucker.
Oh, I do. And then one name I'm going to be mentioning is Mad Mike from Beacon, New York, joining us, the only member with future endeavor letter from the WWE.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, man, I've worked 12 hours today, and I have to work again in 12 hours.
Oh.
It is awesome.
My God, dude, I got AEW tomorrow night, and I cannot fucking wait. Anyways, also with me in studio for the first time ever, he is, can we, wait, what are, ever this year?
First time ever this year is definitely, that's a factual statement. Hi, everybody.
And he has a camera with a whole different resolution. And so you got the fancy cinematic camera because the other ones are occupied right now.
I can see my stubble.
Look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's getting like rendered down to like 720 on Facebook, I'm sure, but it looks fancy going in.
I'm just going to use this.
Oh, that
thing
frame
to
rate.
Cover the bottom of my
you're
neck.
like at 24p. Right. We're all at 30. It's like look at cinematic Mario. Well, that's what happens when we have what is your position these days? What do you do?
What would you say you do around here?
What would you say you do? Not around here. I know what you do around here anymore, but
yes, I am a I suppose I'm still freelance, but yes, I am. I'm 1099, baby. Eddie Kingston and me, baby. I am a news editor at WrestlingInc.com.
Look at that. Look at you bringing credibility to this show.
That's right.
Hanging without
seriously.
I shovel that dirt, baby.
About time one of us did.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. This is
oh, man, that's another thing we have to talk about. Can we talk about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Dude, this is such a thrown together show. We weren't going to do a show initially and just, I'm like, oh, we're getting home earlier than I thought. Let's do this. Also, I want to do this off the top of my head. You ready for this? You ready for this,
Here
Mike?
we go.
Mike, do you have access to the doc? Because I don't have anything in front of me to pull it up.
I do. I'm not going to open it.
All right, let me see if I can do this from memory, and if I miss your name. Hey, guys, you can check us out at that email address.
Good times.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Not the hotline anymore. You can get at Mayhem Show on Twitter, at Mayhem Show, at SorgatronMedia.social on the Mastodon Fediverse if you want to follow over there. I promise I'm going to do
Where
more
it's
of it.
always Vader time.
Yeah, as well as We are here live every Tuesday at roughly 10 p.m. or after the NXT Overrun on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook page, as well as the YouTube page, as well as the Sorgatron Media Twitch and the IndieWrestling.us YouTube and Twitch and IndieWrestling.network. Hello, all, wherever you may be. I hope you got a notification. I hope there's anybody in the chat room right now. But I was surprised in the morning if not. So with that, why do I have an extra microphone open over here? I don't even know which one Matt's on. Anyways, also thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Thanks to our first level, whatever that is, Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Bobby F. J. Town and Team Hammerfist, and I think there's one more person I'm not thinking of right now.
Ed Burke.
Oh, you got the thing up? Oh, this is a
I
test.
got it.
And at the Poppy Club level, thank you, Dave Profod, partner clipper of all things Sorg related, as well as Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid. And at the Pizza Club level is Doc Remedy and the Riz.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and at the manager level, and I haven't updated this. I don't know. I hope they're still on. We have Bradley, as well as the mother of dragons, Tina Keys. Did I do it? Is that everybody?
I believe so.
All right, off the.
Although
dome.
it says Tina is a previous patron, but I'm sure she's still supports.
Previous.
That's what it says here.
Why did I say previous? That doesn't seem right. I probably
I don't
copied.
know, maybe you just accidentally took her off when you took me off after Mayhem Mania.
What? I don't know. Maybe because I think I saved the saying. I can't remember still on her. Either way, you're gonna get a shout.
It's okay. I know Tina supports us.
Yo, Tina bailed me out WrestleMania weekend for a gig, so she gets shout outs no matter what. What's
Obviously.
next? Oh, we're going to talk about wrestling. You guys support the show too.
We got people in the chat room.
Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Hi guys.
We got Hot Wheels leading the way. And
this is what happens when we start this late.
Because Tina probably just finished dinner.
Yeah, that's right.
Or breakfast.
But do you know how time? Have you been on the West Coast, bro?
Not lately.
Oh, okay. What the hell are we doing? I have no plan. I'm hoping to maybe.
Well, no,
do an
Matt has
hour.
a plan.
Matt has a plan. Matt, you
Matt
have
has a
things.
plan.
Matt, you haven't been
It's a
on
man
so
with a plan.
long. Matt, you live professional wrestling.
Yeah, I do.
Matt, you're one of the few people on this show that gets paid because of professional wrestling existing.
Yeah. There are even some wrestlers who don't get paid by professional wrestling, but I'm getting paid by professional wrestling.
Yeah.
You know what? Can we just? You guys just spark something in me when you when Mad Mike give us a quick yeah. And you made me think of L.A. Knight. People like to disparage least appreciated Knight, and I don't know why you would do that. How could you not respect
Knight?
L.A. Knight? This dude was like in the WWE system in developmental 20 years ago.
What?
He gets let go.
What?
And he just scratches and he claws and he grinds and he finds homes and he goes to Impact and he goes to the NWA and he finds his way back. And here he is in his glory.
Yeah.
He's on TV. He escaped the Fiendverse. Bray Wyatt, haven't seen him since. LA Knight still on my television.
That's right.
He won that feud, Sorg. Mm-hmm. You know how I know? Because the other guy is gone. And LA Knight is still on my TV. Mm-hmm. He won that feud. He wins this game. He can talk his ass off. He's awesome. I love LA Knight.
Yeah.
I appreciate least appreciated Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who else won that feud? Mountain Dew Pitch Black, because I still see it in stores.
Good for them.
They did.
I'm glad
they won over my child too.
Root for the underdog.
That worked because my kid sees that Pitch Black at the store and he's like, "Dad, look, Pitch Black." I'm like, "Yeah, you are not drinking that, 13-year-old child. No, that's a bad idea. We're not doing that." Let me tell you about someone else who I'm appreciating right now. Athena.
Yes.
Athena.
Okay. We're jumping to that first.
Athena could be wrestling some first week trainee out of the dojo and it's an event. Every Athena match is an event now.
Yes,
You
it
want to
is.
see how she's going to beat this girl's ass. That's what you were here to see. It's amazing. Every match is must see now.
Yes,
Doesn't matter
yes.
who she's wrestling.
Yes, and I love their building. They're really good. One of the great things Ring of Honor, they're applying the current Ring of Honor is doing. We're about to hit a paradox here, Mike. The current Ring of Honor is doing for women's wrestling what the former Ring of Honor always failed at by making it important. You cannot deny that, right? You cannot deny that. And please,
I mean, I haven't been watching their product.
Sure. But and Mike, I'm here to tell you, whatever you please separate. Obviously, let's just for the sake of argument separate it. ROH. I know there's it is what it is. I'm making the claspy kind of move here.
I don't know what
for
you're
the
doing
audio people. Yeah, it's we know how interconnected, joined everything is. But and listen, we had an AEW title match on Sunday at New Japan. We had a ROH Pure Rules non-title match because the champion wasn't there. It was just two guys in the rules.
I mean,
match.
hell, there was a TNT Championship match last weekend in Poughkeepsie.
Was there seriously? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many.
Powerhouse Hobbs versus Wrecking Ball Ligursky.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm
you
happy
know
to
how
hear
many,
that.
You know how many times I've filmed an Impact X Division title match between probably RWA with Sanjay Dutt and Ashton. Oh God, what Ace Austin? I'm sorry. Over the years in Indies in the tri-state area. Plus
I'm sure.
maybe Chicago probably.
There have been more title defenses in West Virginia of the X Division title probably than anywhere else.
Yeah, there you go. Because everybody booked that Ace for a bit.
Well, I mean, Mad Mike, you haven't been watching ROH. That's understandable. There's a lot of wrestling content out there.
Oh,
but
yeah,
me,
yeah.
it's my job to watch. I do get paid to watch, so I have been watching the ROH
Yes,
weekly
I'm glad
TV.
somebody watches wrestling like it's their job around here.
And you know what?
That's hurtful. That's hurtful.
It's fine. It's fine. It's like comfort food wrestling. It's like when I just want some neutral wrestling programming that I could just kind of watch and enjoy and not think really hard about, but it's just good enough that like kind of holds my attention. So it definitely.
it's Ring of Honor.
So no, I mean, like Mad Mike, like we've been through the whole saga of Ring of Honor and their lousy weekly TV, and this has been a step forward. As far as actually like acknowledging, a pay-per-view within a month of when the pay-per-view happened.
That's always good.
That's always a good thing for ROH TV. But that's a deep cut.
I always remember when we used to do the midweek war, I would dread when their pay-per-views would come up because we knew after the pay-per-view it was 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
And now here's the New Japan Showcase.
And that's
Yeah.
And of course, that's not Ring of Honor's problem. Fault. That was Sinclair's in their formatting. Right?
It was a result of the syndication
partially Ring of
model.
Honor's fault.
But look, a little planning could have gone a long way. In
Yeah,
that one.
absolutely.
No such problems here with the ROH. They came out of that pay-per-view. They were recording new ROH content.
Yep.
In the arena like the following week. So you're
also,
getting that stuff.
And also, Ring of Honor style matches happening in a arena.
Yeah.
In consistently the bigger audiences than almost any Ring of Honor show
Yes.
in the previous 15 years, right?
Yes.
So I mean that it, and people are getting into it, and it doesn't feel like it's like, oh, it's dark and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Well, and even dark people give a shit, for the most part. But
Tina saying,
Ring of Honor has
there
never
was-
seen houses like this before.
no,
Ever.
no.
So
Go ahead, Matt, and then or Mike, and then I got something.
Tina's saying that there was an ROH title match at Defy recently, and Ring of Honor got Nigel back. So
they did get
What
Nigel.
do we
back.
those are good
Nice.
Wait a minute. Do we have? I think we had a Samoa Joe X Division title match against Ray Rowe in the area, like in 09-10, maybe something like that.
Was that in, like
That sounds accurate.
the gap year for
It's-
Joe whenever he was like between Impact and between WWE.
No, he had an X Division belt.
Oh, so he was still
He
in Impact.
brought it with him, and I think he had a title match with, or maybe it was a Ring of
yeah,
Honor belt.
I've saw him defend the TNA title and NEW
Yeah,
show. Again,
yeah. I think
in
it
high
was. I
school
think it
again.
was around that era that they had him roll in on that. We were getting a lot of.
Oh yeah,
Impact people at the time.
TNA would let everyone defend everywhere because they
Yeah.
knew it wasn't going to change hands.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's an understated rule for for all that kind of stuff.
I'm glad Tina brought up Nigel because that's somebody else. Here's somebody
my
else to
God,
appreciate.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I've missed Nigel.
Because now you've reminded me to appreciate this. I like Nigel, okay, but I love Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman.
Yes.
They are the gold standard of pro wrestling announcers right now.
Have you
No
seen-
one is close.
Have you seen who they started a feud with?
Ian and Caprice?
Ian Caprice have started a feud. Are they're in trouble because they pissed off the super team over on Dark of Excalibur and Taz. You want to know why? Can you guess
I thought you were
why?
going to tell me they pissed off Paul White and Daddy Magic Matt Menard.
His
Who's
nipples are
coming-
hard!
Matt Menard is coming along as a broadcaster.
You want to know what the big sticking point is?
What?
Singing along with Willow's theme song.
When they did when they had Willow come out, so they brought Nigel out for the for like the 0 hour pre-show.
Yes.
And like Nigel sits down. I swear to God, the next match is Willow Nightingale, and they go to the desk, and like Ian and Caprice are just like they are just like going like this, and Nigel's just kind of like
bobbing his head a little
bobbing
bit,
his head
like
just a little
slightly
bit,
bobbing his
like
head.
I recognize this beat is amazing, but I'm not gonna put it over because I'm Nigel McGuinness.
It's as much as you can, like, it's as much as you can. What the fuck is my? Oh my God! Why is my iPad in Chinese or something? What is happening right
that's a
now?
shame.
Did it just do an update or something? Oh no!
I don't know.
Oh no!
I don't know. Your internet was going a little nuts for a second.
Was it? Maybe it was yours,
Seems
sir.
to be okay now. though.
We were probably hacked.
I saw your like little Zoom Wi-Fi thing like turn
Listen,
from
man.
yellow to red.
Yo, you're coming at us on a 10-year-old computer. I think it's the computer, and we're actually looking to replace it soon. So because we've been having some issues with it. So because we need to communicate with the world, Mike, so we can do these shows.
Yes.
But no, I love having Nigel there. That vibe, I love that's bringing that back. I love the man. Roll with me on this. Like the Nigel, like half and halving everything because he was such like kind of a heel back in the day. Like
he can't just like be happy about everything.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
He was like, well, I don't know. He's very low key Jesse Ventura. Insanely
Yeah,
low key
that-
Jesse Ventura
I
is the
can
best
kinda
way I
see
can
what
think
you're
of it.
saying there.
So
I wasn't sure if you meant like low key or like low key.
Yeah.
no.
Just Ventura.
So,
I guess the
Either of
point I'm-
those are odd scenarios.
I guess the point I'm trying to make is that I like Nigel a lot, but Ian and Caprice are so good. I can almost not. I almost don't want Nigel involved because they're so good.
I get
just
sad.
find something else for Nigel to do.
I wish Caprice came with Ian. I mean, But by the way, great
Maybe he
team.
can call matches with Daddy Magic,
and by the
Daddy
way-
Magic, and Nigel McGuinness. How's that?
And by the way, I listened to good portions of the New Japan shows from this weekend. So shout out to our friends over at New Japan. I can say that now, I think, because Missy was out there.
They have Veda on commentary.
Yeah, Veda.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Missy was doing work with helping with streaming and some graphics between DC and Philly this past weekend. Both great shows, but seek them out, whether on World Later or the pay-per-views, however you like to get your shows. They do it, but and I actually want to get to that main event for the one, but because we need to circle back around to Irish Airborne. But Veda, I haven't listened to Veda for a while. I think the last time I got to work with Veda was maybe Indianapolis last year with Warrior around this time. And I don't think I've listened to a lot. I mean, I'm following her Twitter and seeing she's freaking everywhere. But nobody that I regularly kind of listen to. And her with Ian was a great vibe.
Yeah.
I think she's really kind of getting the flow down and everything. And everything was, and she was never terrible. When she's paired with a Joe, Jabrowski, when she's paired with a Bikini, Rich Bikini, and everything, and Ian, like, she's got a strong person because she's in the commentary world, obviously green, right? She's only been at this a couple of years at this point, but she's really, like, it's been amazing to see how she's been coming along, and I really enjoyed having her on that show, or both of those shows over the weekend. And listening to that. the bits I have.
Yeah, I think Vader's done. She's done a great job, just kind of like committing to the bit. Also.
Absolutely.
And
I
I can't wait until
AEW stuff.
I can't wait until they are ready. Until someone is ready for her to just, present her regularly as kind of like the lead commentator, so you can have like the color guys and girls to like work off of her a little bit more. And I'm sure that's been happening somewhere that is just a little bit off my radar.
Yeah,
but,
it's not anybody that's a regularly like, and I know they don't have TV. Well, technically they do have TV. Honestly, this may end up on Access. Some of the matches from this past weekend because they were pretty high profile. So we can say that she's done TV other than AEW Dark, obviously. But I would like to, I think she deserves very shortly, if not now, a regular TV spot, a regular big company spot, and we're the not independent spot, I guess it is. I mean, she's working for great independent companies, obviously. I
wouldn't mind hearing her next to Daddy Magic.
Ooh,
How about Veda, Daddy Magic, and Nigel McGuinness?
Is that your dream team right now?
I kind of like. It's kind of a weird science experiment. I just want to see if it would work. That's all I want to know. That's a lot of different. Yeah. That's a lot of different energies in one booth.
Yes,
but,
you could make a nice
I gotta
cocktail.
tell you what, Daddy Magic is hilarious.
I love. It feels like he's getting over on Paul too, right? Like Paul White's are like starting to appreciate him.
It's so weird because Paul White is giving you these like. He's doing these like very deep technical analyses of like the moves, and he's like,
and Matt's like, that makes my hippos hard, Paul.
Yeah, and then like so it's Paul going, oh, he's really working over that leg. That's gonna be a problem later. And then you've got like Daddy Magic and like Powerhouse Hobbs like yeets somebody out of the ring, and he's like, oh, did you see that, Paul? Oh my God. So that is
like Jim Ross and Rob Bartlett.
It's I mean, maybe it's just like
it's a real deep cut reference.
Like if you're gonna be
Google
like
that, kids.
Like if you're gonna be like, all
honestly,
right, Matt, you've got to have like
together. It just sounds like what you're describing.
Matt, we got a squash match. We need a commentator for this squash match. Who you putting on this? I'm picking Daddy Magic first overall. That is the first pick because he giggles and laughs at these geeks getting destroyed all the time. It's the funniest thing in the world to me. That's part of what made the Athena matches so funny when they were still on Dark and Dark Elevation. She's like wailing on these kids, and he's like, "Oh, look at Athena! She's beating their brains in."
I think
by the way,
go ahead.
Circling back to Athena. Have you guys kept up on your Hey EW?
Oh yeah, I have. Oh my God.
Was she on?
Athena and Hey EW.
A couple weeks ago. Yes.
Whoa, Matt,
yeah.
Matt, you gotta watch it.
Matt, you gotta see it. You gotta see it. Some Dungeons and Dragons talk.
I swear, it is appointment viewing for me every Sunday morning.
Yes. I love that.
That's the one thing about AEW that has never missed. Not once. Even sometimes I see the guest, and I'm like,
I know. Can this work?
I don't know if it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Like I see RJ City singing with Jeff Jarrett, and I'm like,
oh my God.
Well, I'm not sure about this
Mike,
one.
Mike,
I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah, I know.
Mike,
oh my God.
I know your vibe on Jeff Jarrett. Okay, I know your general vibe on Jeff Jarrett.
No, it's not vibe on Jeff Jarrett. It's more PTSD.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
But tell me, your contempt before investigation on this and seeing that image, did you not kind of like Jeff a little bit more by the end of that thing?
Oh yeah, no, that was fantastic.
Oh my God,
it was fantastic.
I've loved Jeff in AEW.
Like,
He's been amazing.
It's been good. It's been fun.
I'm convinced RJ City could get me to like Jerry Lawler.
Whoa.
If not for 9 minutes.
Yes.
For 9 minutes.
I want it.
Only.
Too bad he's in a different company, but man, I want it.
Like, and that's not the kind of thing where you can expect that Legends contract to expire either.
Hell, I enjoyed. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I enjoyed because I've been watching the Most Wanted stuff, the Most Wanted A&E show. The Most Wanted Treasures, and Top Dollar hanging with Jerry Lawler was kind of fun for me, right? I am. And by the way, don't get me wrong. Fuck Top Dollar, but still, I like. Oh, you haven't gotten this part? You the fuck? You haven't
Hey,
gone on the
you're
fuck
not
Top
gonna-
Dollar train?
You're not gonna catch me trying to defend Top Dollar.
Hey, listen,
guys-
listen. I love Top Dollar. Don't get me wrong.
You don't love Top Dollar.
But I appreciate.
Nobody
I
loves Top
appreciate
Dollar.
Top Dollar.
You don't
But-
appreciate Top Dollar.
But
No
Cole,
one appreciates Top
but,
Dollar.
we've talked about this in the show. We're just bringing you into the conversation here. But you've
Okay.
seen the internet. Cole's distaste for Top Dollar just should follow up with and fuck Top Dollar, by the way. Because didn't he say something about it? He can't
I
be
mean,
eliminated
he's
from the
been-
Battle Royal because he can't go over the
been
top
from the
rope?
Battle Royal
Yeah.
Fueling
He
him
can't go
ever
over the
since he
top rope.
blew that plancha on SmackDown.
It's like
He's
the
been mocking him
greatest fuck you
24/7.
rib. I really hope they're both laughing about it. I really hope it's like, hey man,
I don't
he's
think
getting
Top,
it
I don't
over.
think Top Dollar's laughing.
No,
at
you don't
himself.
think you think Top
No,
Dollar's
I don't
laughing?
believe that
No,
man
no.
thinks
Top
he's
Dollar,
funny.
Top Dollar has
No.
lost a lot of weight since then too. Like,
Well,
you-
well,
I
that's
think
fine.
Might have
It doesn't-
motivated him.
But it
That's
doesn't mean
that's
he's gained a sense of humor.
yeah.
I think Top Dollar may take himself too seriously. Hard for me to judge from the outside looking in, but hey, this is supposed to. I'm trying to highlight the good things. Right
Yeah, go
now.
ahead, go ahead.
So,
Yeah,
so,
let's go
I've
to-
run
let's
out.
go to your
I'm
NXT
actually.
standouts.
You want to talk about NXT?
Yeah,
tell you
and
what.
then I have a revelation.
people
after,
come
after,
to me.
Matt's NXT standouts.
Because I'm like the one who ends up watching NXT.
You take the bullet for everybody.
I get paid to watch NXT.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So
Full disclaimer.
I watch
Full-
NXT because I enjoy it.
Well, Jesus. Well, you know what? It has its moments. That there are, you know what? And I've kind of realized that this is going to be kind of like a side quest here, but I've realized
Matt,
more
there's
recently.
one person that better be on your prospect.
We'll get
list
there.
in NXT. There's
we'll get
one
there.
person.
But I just wanted to discuss this real quick because
if,
you know,
if this person isn't on there, you and I are gonna have real heat.
what else is new? And you know, I was just talking about like how like you know we bring our emotions from the real world with us into these when it's time to sit down and watch the wrestling show. Sorg, whatever's happening in your life, you bring that in there with you, and it does like imprint on your enjoyment of the show. So you know, sometimes there are nights when I'm sitting there and I'm watching, you know, NXT and I'm like, damn it, I hate this show tonight. But you know what? But I realized that that's not always necessarily the show's fault. Sometimes that's what I brought with me into the show. Like, you ever have like, you know, you'll be talking to somebody about a show. You'll be like, hey, did you see Raw last night? And you'll be like, man, I loved Raw last night. I'll be like, I freaking hated Raw. I couldn't take it.
if
And we
you're
couldn't explain
watching,
it.
if you're watching with other people that are just digging on the show all night,
Yeah.
that changes your perception of the show,
Yeah,
right?
so it can kind of like and so I was just throwing that out there. So that's just something that happens. Anyway, I watch NXT every week. I never miss an episode, and you know I've taken to you know I keep a little list of the prospects for my own reference, and I've taken to grading the NXT prospects. As you would an NFL draft prospect, Mad Mike. So this is very scientific. So I'm not just like ranking them.
yeah.
I'm not just ranking.
Everything you do is
So
scientific.
you're treating every NXT like it's the combine.
I'm treating every NXT episode, and sometimes even Level Up, it is like a combine, and you're being judged.
Dabbling in level up, are we?
Yeah, usually just YouTube
I
clips. I got to be
appreciate that.
honest, but you know, we get
Hey, level up. If you want a bite-sized wrestling show, Level Up is fucking for you.
I wish
I
wish they would just put it on at 11 or put it on like so I could get to it after Rampage. I would just wish they would make it so I would bounce right into it if it was just on live right after Rampage. But they make me choose,
well,
Mike.
it's on live right after SmackDown.
so
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Rampage sometimes.
Yeah, but
Counter program
Well,
sometimes.
there
yeah.
you go.
But it is that time of year.
Fuck.
Um,
Get a rampage. We got to talk about tomorrow.
Woo, baby.
Oof.
So I grade the I grade the NXT prospects on like, you know, various categories, okay? And I'll give you my top 10 prospect rankings here.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Number 1, Tyler Bate.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. Number 2, Grayson Waller.
Yep. Okay.
Number
Stands
3,
to reason.
this is when it gets spicy. Number 3, Trick Williams. Number
Okay.
4,
Okay.
Number 4, Tiffany Stratton.
Yes, absolutely.
Number 5, Elton Prince. one half of Pretty Deadly.
Oh,
I don't know if
only-
he's the
only-
blonde or the brunette, but yeah, well, I have to split him. He's got a little bit of a
is the
size
brunette.
advantage.
Elton is the brunette.
Is he the brunette? Okay. He might be the younger one, too. We'll see. Who cares? Okay, where are we? Number 6, Ilya Dragunov.
Okay.
Number 7, your boy, my boy, Julius Creed.
Okay. Okay.
Where are we now? 8, Wesley.
Obviously, yes.
Did I skip one? No. 9. This might seem like a little bit tricky because she hasn't been around in a while. But I got Blair Davenport, number 9.
Oh, visa issues.
Yeah, well, she got to get that
Visa
straightened out.
issues, yeah.
So,
Well, yeah. I mean,
number 10, Braun Breaker. So there you go. There's the top 10.
all right. So we have heat.
Yeah. So
Who
who's missing here? Who did I not include in the top 10 that you think I need to get up in this top 10?
Tony D, the Don of NXT.
You see, here's
Come
the
on,
thing with
Tony
Tony.
D.
I got
Tony
Tony.
D, the Don of NXT.
I got Tony at 14. I'll tell you what's going on with Tony.
All right. Okay, top 15. I'll accept that. I'll
I'll tell you what's going on with Tony.
It's still a little disrespectful to Don, but you know
He got so good. All right. I can't say he got so good. That's a little bit of an overstatement. He got competent so fast.
Yeah.
At wrestling, like he picked up the basics so quickly, and was like good to go. And then he starts getting, he got some of these big matches. Like it was over a year ago when he beat Ciampa, right? At Stand and Deliver. Like that was a huge win. And then and then lately he's been
he got injured
experiencing.
too.
Yeah, he's had some injury issues. I like the physical development. I'm worried he's a skosh undersized, but I've got the same concern about Braun Breaker too, because sometimes it's hard to determine exactly where some of these guys, what the true height is sometimes.
Now I have a question. I noticed that Sol Ruka was not on your top 10.
Oh my gosh! I tell you what, I don't. She's not super high on the list,
Okay,
just because there's a lot of development still left to go there. Let me see where she is.
that's fair. Yeah.
Where are we here? And I'll tell you where Sol Ruka is, and then I'll give you the rest of the girls.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, the women. Where is Sol Ruka? She's on this list, but she's down there. Yeah, she's low. She's like 57. It's all about just reps.
Oh wow.
It's just she's got to get the the in-ring reps. She's got to do with it.
Yeah.
But like
that's
the
fair.
best thing that she's doing right now is that like, and I really noticed this in the match against Stratton from the other week, is that like she's getting good at behaving like she's in an actual fight. Like a lot of the NXT wrestlers, you could see them kind of like their wheels you can see their wheels turning when they're in their matches. But with Sol Ruka, like she actually she's doing a good job already of kind of like filling in the gaps between the moves, the music between the notes kind of thing that takes a while to figure out. All right, let's see who I got. I'll see her on my list of the women here.
I feel like Tina's saying no Roxy, no Gigi, and no Gallus.
I got issues with Roxy. All right.
Whoa, what?
All right, let's see here. So for the girls,
Can we unpack that a little bit?
what? I got an issue with Roxy.
Yeah, what's wrong with Roxy?
I don't think she's a good promo.
Whoa, wow, no. It's been listen, half the promo.
She's pretty
I don't think she's a
Have
good
the-
promo.
they're
I don't
okay.
think she's
All
a
right.
good promo.
I'm going to say something that may be controversial. I can't tell you a good promo in women's wrestling in NXT.
That's an excellent point.
that's-
Who the best promo is?
And I get they're all young and learning and stuff. But
No. You're right. You're right. There are no good women's promos in NXT. Mad Mike, who's the best talker among the women on NXT?
I'll say Kiana James is up there for me.
Okay.
I think Kiana James is pretty good. Tiffany Stratton is fine. I
getting
do
there.
like. I think she needs more story direction, but Cora Jade is a good promo when she has an actual story focus.
Yeah, I want to see a little more of her now that she's back. I think Lyra Valkyria is a good, decent enough talker.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Wait, I've got another name here for you. Thea Hale.
Oh yeah. Oh,
But like,
chase you by and large.
but the concern with Cynthia Hale is that she is so good at playing that character that I'm left wondering, like, is she going to be able to break out of this? Is she going to get boxed in and become like I don't know. I keep going back to it. Is she going to become like an Otis, where there's like no escape from this character, or is she going to get a chance to kind of like show something else that she can do?
Alexa started with glitter, glitz, sparkle, bliss.
Yeah, she got repackaged
There's
the original
room to
character.
grow.
Well, Alexa Bliss got repackaged because the original character wasn't working. Thea Hale's character is working.
So here's my take on that, and only knowing of Thea very briefly before her of course stardom in WWE and getting signed. Like, remember, she had like 5 matches maybe, but I think it was like 3 matches, and was signed. Okay, yeah. They were trying to sign her after the viral video with her and Lee. And I know a lot of people that know her very well. And I feel like she's the kind of person, I think you're seeing. I mean, you're seeing she's come from zero. Like, she's under 2 years in the business. You know that, right? And mostly PC, but after, Stronghold, Rise Wrestling, Brandon K training, she's one of those people, I think, that is, she was a cheerleader before, hence the gimmick. I don't think she's one of those people you can stop, if that makes sense. Like, she is so dedicated to this and is batting everything out of the park, and had great, like, one of the best women first couple matches out. That there are people that have been champions in the couple years in women's division that I filmed early on, that she is light years beyond when they were 3 years in the business. The first match I saw her. Okay, so and then I think the next match was with Thunder Rosa. So
the thing that I think really helps
she's gonna be fine.
Is that
she's gonna be fine,
especially when it comes to WWE, is that they gave her this thing to do, and she put absolutely everything she's got into being that. She didn't care how dumb it was or how
made for this.
She's just like, is this what you want me to do? I'm doing it. And that's not an easy thing to commit
real
to.
Life stuff into it too. She got to like the her graduating high school and signing with Chase U. Like, that was lovely.
Yeah.
That was really, really good. One thing I wish that they did when we're sending like people like Apollo back, we're sending Drew Gulak back to NXT, we're sending Dolph Ziggler back to NXT. We haven't really done that for the women, save for Natty showing up for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, you could say Mandy got sent down too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Mandy was more of like she was more of a permanent fixture.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's kind of how I feel about kind of Apollo and Dijak and some of those guys too. But as far as like guest stars, your point is taken.
I wish that if we had done a little bit of planning, the Alexa Bliss therapy session could have led to the therapist telling Alexa to recapture her roots, and Alexa going back to NXT to be the cheerleader for Chase U. Yes. And then you could get Alexa and Thea as a tag team. And it would be such weird but cool energy, I feel like. Because then Alexa's also like a veteran presence there to like just bring everyone up. Like
there's definitely a lot of
that's what we need.
It wouldn't be a bad idea to get, a more experienced wrestler down there in NXT, just because there was like an absurd amount of youth. And now that, not that Mandy was like some sort of ring general, but now that she's gone.
Oh, Mandy.
Was she?
You say that. She became.
You say that.
She became. Yeah.
No, she did. She did. Like, Mandy improved. Like, because Mandy always had the character. She always had the promo. When she got down there, she really stepped up her game. I know a lot of people hate on her title reign, but it was a legit, I'd say top 5 women's title reign in NXT for me. It was really, really well done. Like, it had the perfect blend of chicken shit heel, but also good to great matches.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like, and that's what you want. That's what you want. It was like the Randy Orton in Legacy.
Yeah, I thought Toxic Attraction could have worked great on the main roster. I don't know what they were waiting for or why they didn't think that was the thing to do.
Mandy, if she came back, would have blown up so huge on the main roster.
Mandy, heel Toxic Attraction versus a face Damage Control would have been 10 stars across the board. Just because you would have had everything working with it. Like, but you know, sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. And I think without Mandy there as a stabilizing agent, Gigi and JC, they're fine. But you know, they need the heater.
I think it's going to be an uphill battle. I think JC is the better of the two, to be honest with you. But we'll see if history proves me right on that one. I know a lot of people like Gigi too. We'll see. Hey, since you brought up Damage Control,
yeah,
man, they stink.
Whoa!
Have you ever seen a less effective faction in your life?
They had
these people do
title.
Nothing but lose. They're such a bunch of losers.
I'm sorry, the Workhorsemen are a much less effective stable.
Which one?
The Workhorsemen.
The Workhorsemen. I don't even see them
It's
anymore.
not a stable. That's a tag team.
The Firm.
The
The
firm.
Look,
The firm. The firm is proven to be not very effective.
No,
either. But when you look at the way that they were brought in at SummerSlam less than a year ago, all right, and clearly were put in a position where they appear to be perhaps the focus of the women's division, and to just see them now appears to be just kind of like waiting out the breakup at this point. It's it's a bummer that like they can't like, and really the only thing that was really missing is just like a commitment to push them, you know, like there's so many I don't understand why they cut off their tag title reign at a couple points. It's just and they just dreadful.
I think the main problem is they ran into the buzzsaw that is the booking of Bianca Belair.
How so?
I think it was very much in the cards for Bianca to also have an over-year title reign.
Right.
And if you have Damage Control go up against that, Bayley's just going to be taking loss after loss.
Well, I mean, Bayley's been taking loss after loss anyways. It doesn't matter.
But I mean,
who she's taking
that's the thing. Like, for Damage Control to be effective, they should have at least at some point all of them had gold.
Yeah.
But
Wait. What is the point? Wait, what is the point of Damage Control again?
I have no idea.
No. What is it? Is it the point to get Bayley over? Is it the point to get the younger people over? Are is because I feel like the most effective thing is Bayley's had the belt how many times? Bayley's Bayley, right? And using Bayley to slingshot this talent up. I mean, you're taking Dakota Kai and Io Sky much more seriously than you did 6 months ago, correct? Well, hell, one wasn't even employed. So, and then now she had a match at WrestleMania. Holy shit. So I think now...
And now Io's going up against Bianca, which is going to be a great match.
Great match. You know, Bianca's on the streak. We're not going to expect anybody, but she can still go up against credible challengers. If she's having a streak and she's not having baller matches all the time, like, you're going to get fucking tired of it, okay?
And plus, here's the thing. As long as you have Bayley, even if Io and Dakota split off or decide that this isn't for them, Bayley can just bring in 2 more people.
Absolutely. Be like, you know what, Evolution number 2, right? Or
like, honestly, Tegan Knox, I'm looking at you. You've been doing nothing on SmackDown. if Io splits off, but Dakota is loyal to Bailey,
Mm-hmm.
we have Bailey mend the fences between Tegan and
you know
Dakota,
what?
and boom, there you go. You have a new damage control.
Okay, let's go. Wow, I love it.
I
By the way,
I can't vouch for Bailey's diplomacy skills, given that she is the one who broke up JC and Gigi. That happened on her watch.
Oh, so let me
just a little fun.
Let me wrap this around.
I'm pretty sure there were other factors.
let me wrap this around.
Besides, Gigi dove into that door.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
her own
Oh
problem.
yeah.
A door that was going the wrong way, and then JC had to fix it for her with her foot.
Knock, hello. By the way, guys, I'm loving the stream of conscious thing that's happening right now. So on damage control, can I posit this? And I can't remember last time I thought this much about the women's division in WWE. But you know who?
That's funny because they don't think much about it.
I think about it all the time.
I know you think about it all the time, and that's good for you. That's a feather in your cap. But
I mean, there's time on TV, there's opportunities on TV, and there's time on TV when you actually accomplish anything. Moving on to my point.
Hold on there, saucy Sorg.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm doing fine right now.
Hold on. Raw on Monday was an excellent showcase for the women's division.
I didn't watch it, so I watched
Well,
SmackDown
well,
last
that's
night.
your
I haven't tracked the screen time yet. I can't confirm that yet.
No, the SmackDown women's division.
Who has 3 hours?
Oh,
The shift through. It's probably not even going to be on the Hulu count. I'm sure it's not even on the Hulu count,
All right,
Mike.
let
It's
the
like
man
it didn't
speak.
exist.
Let the man speak. Let the man speak.
the SmackDown women's division sucks.
It's bad.
Desperately
Yep.
self.
And Rhea Ripley's going to do what?
She's gonna
It
feud
is.
with Zelina Vega, Sorg. That's where we're at right now.
Boy, I can't wait to see her
No, I'm
bend
excited
her
for
in
that.
half and throw her.
No, I'm fucking.
Hmm?
Yes, I'm excited for that.
I mean,
You know how-
in
you know
Puerto
how
Rico,
many
it might work.
Puerto Rican
so.
muñeca shirts to sell. Oh my God, it's gonna be over like Rover in there.
All right,
It's gonna be great.
the bigger concern
But,
is what are they
anyway.
what are they gonna do with Bianca on Raw? Like who's left? Have they set anybody up for her? Who's next?
We said Io Sky.
Is it Io Sky?
Yeah.
All right, feels like a
Io Sky is-
placeholder.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
can I
Io
roll
Sky.
around? So can I roll around
She's number one
about
contender.
one of the SmackDown problems? Can I roll around about that when you're talking about damage control?
I guess.
You know who I've had a problem with, and I think has been very, very misused, and I think they had it right on NXT, and they have not really gone back to it. Raquel Gonzalez. Whoa, you got ahead of me there. Yeah. Okay, let me illustrate my point. You can pile on or roll with it. She was, and I know she's very likable, but she was a badass on NXT. She was the monster and not like the Nia Jax, I don't give a fuck monster that WWE made her out to be, right? But, or main roster. But she could be dominant. She could be a Rhea Ripley level, badass, okay?
Yeah.
Another flavor of badass than goth mommy.
I think ultimately we are building to that.
I hope so. I hope
The-
they're like a big
No,
turn maybe with
I don't know.
Well, no, she's the face. Rhea's a heel. Like
Okay.
I think the draft. I think the draft is going to settle a lot. Of this.
Okay, so that might mix all that. Mix it up.
Well, I mean,
a
it's
little
not
bit.
gonna as long
But-
as Liv and Raquel have those tag titles, they're gonna just
Yeah, they'll
be
bounce around.
available to both
You can
things.
put
But
them-
I
they
don't
do
think they're
need to
gonna.
kinda
I don't
like-
think they're going to have them. As soon as Ronda has a functioning arm again, they're gonna lose those belts.
Hmm.
And
Like,
maybe.
and just since we brought up the draft here real quick, I think the draft is the end of damage control. I think they're gonna break them
Oh
up.
no.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
And then
But,
whatever
like I said,
they do, they do
Bayley
from
can
there.
form a new damage control.
I don't think she should.
I'm telling.
Yeah, and,
I think
and
she-
you
I
know
think
who
she
I think should be there? You know who I think should be there? I think maybe Io Sky gets separated. Oh man, we need a third member. Raquel Gonzalez reunites with Dakota.
No,
Goes the
see,
damage
but see,
control
the thing is-
ways. Becomes their heavy.
But see, the thing is that Bailey's reasons for forming damage control. You have to kind of remember what her mission statement is with damage control.
Okay.
It's people who have been left behind.
Okay.
That's why like Tegan Knox is a good identity. Or if you want to bring someone up from NXT, Zoe Stark. that could be a really good choice for damage control.
Okay.
as well.
Okay. All right.
Zoe is probably bell to bell the most prepared to be called up right now.
Yeah. Solid.
She's
Solid,
really good.
Solid. Has a good look. You know.
Well,
I
Indy
mean,
Hartwell too, but she's the champion right now.
No.
Yes.
Zoe's definitely better than
no,
Indy.
No. Indy is realizing her NXT potential. I think she's got to bake in the oven just a little bit longer, though. She's missing.
I think if you bring Indy up and reunite the way, everything's good.
I know. I don't think that's. I don't believe.
You can't reunite the way because you're never going to let Austin Theory be part of it, Mike. It's not the way without Austin Theory.
Okay, fine. Then the Garganos.
No, come on, do the way.
Garganos with Index.
So
It's the only time Theory was fun.
Hey, did anybody else get like the warm tinglies?
No, he still wasn't fun then.
Did anybody get the warm fuzzies when the Gargano family, quote unquote, reunited at the end of Stand and Deliver or mid Stand and Deliver when she won the belt? That was such a nice moment. That was amazing. That was so nice. That was so nice.
That was fucking heartwarming, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm. But so Raquel Gonzalez is going to join Damage
I believe her name is Raquel Rodriguez.
Is it? No, it's Gonzalez now.
It
No, it's
was.
Rodriguez now.
Now it is.
It's now.
It's
It was
Rodriguez.
Gonzalez. Oh fuck.
No,
Pick a name.
no, it's
They
Gonzalez.
did.
Raquel something.
Well, they changed
Rodriguez.
What?
Rodriguez.
It is Rodriguez. It was
Rodriguez.
Gonzalez. She was Raquel Gonzalez in NXT.
We marveled this. We Peter Parkered this. Now she's okay. I got you now. Okay, I think this might stick. Hold on.
You are
right.
correct that Raquel Rodriguez. There's a lot of untapped there. I thought I was getting really
when they
excited
brought
when
her
she
up.
first got brought up. She had a very early like title match against Rousey. It was cool.
Yep.
And I was like, this is kind of interesting.
Squashed her.
It wasn't like that. No, it was a good showing.
Yes, it was.
It was a good showing for
No,
Rodriguez.
the second match she had against Ronda was a good showing. The first one was a 5-minute.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
she had a
it
good
wasn't-
showing in
it
there
wasn't-
somewhere.
Yeah,
And,
the second one. The second time was a better showing.
Yeah,
Because they told Ronda to sell.
but they won't do.
But
something.
anyway, Ronda Rousey's terrible. Anyway, moving on. So I had a revelation about this
Proceed.
whole Cody Rhodes losing a WrestleMania thing. And I realized this when I was having some nice lunchtime conversation with my coworkers. We're redoing the Dusty storyline.
Which one?
Because right now, Cody is going up against the Samoan Horseman.
Ah! I love it.
It's 4 of them. You have the big dog in Roman Reigns. You have the Enforcer in Solo Sikoa.
Who looks
have
so
the perennial-
badass lately? Holy shit!
You have the perennial tag team champions in the Usos, even if they're not the champions.
Mhm.
They even have a fucking J.J. Dillon in Paul Heyman. And when Dusty went up against Flair the first time, he lost. I wouldn't even be surprised if after Cody beats Brock, like Solo attacks him and then wears a shirt that says "I broke Cody's leg."
It's almost like he's going.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It's almost like he needs to go through some hard times in order to feel to appreciate a champion.
Sorry, stop ruining my bit. Stop ruining my bit. So.
All right, we'll edit this part out of the podcast. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. We'll fix it in post. So Solo attacks Cody, takes him out for a little bit. Cody returns as the last entrant in Money in the Bank. Cody wins Money in the Bank. And then on June 26th, on the bump, Cody announces he is cashing in his Money in the Bank at SummerSlam. And he wants Roman in a steel cage. And then the go-home show to SummerSlam, Cody Rhodes cuts a Detroit Hard Times promo. And that's when he cashes in and wins at SummerSlam.
What
That
happens
was my
with what happens with Brock?
Cody beats Brock. Brock walks away.
That simple?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not
curious.
gonna be simple. Brock's gonna beat the fuck out of him,
Okay.
and it might take two tries to do it because, as we all know, there's the Saudi Arabia show right after
That's
that.
true. Yeah.
But yeah, and Brock will be part of the hard times that Cody talks about because Cody can't say my belly's just a little too big, but he can say my neck tattoo is just a little bit dumb. So. He'll
His
throw
neck
it out,
tattoo
he'll
is a
throw
little
it-
bit big. My neck tattoo is a little bit big.
Perfect. My tattoo's a little too big. Like, but yeah, I when I had that revelation that he's going up against the Samoan Horseman, losing at WrestleMania makes all the sense in the world. Because then we get Roman to 1,000 days, so we get to have that marketing campaign.
I don't see why
going.
that's a necessary thing to do.
I don't see why it's a necessary thing either, but money. So they like money.
I don't see how that makes
Especially-
more money. But I'm being crass.
Shirts.
You're also not the
Shirts.
moneymaker that's done this for 30 years.
Yes.
Yeah. It's still too early to tell really if they're gonna get away with this. I am one of those people who are of the opinion that, that they didn't have to commit to this excruciatingly long title reign for Reigns, and they could have had it all. They could have made Drew, they could have made Sammy, they could have made Cody at Mania, they could have done it all, and it wouldn't have mattered. A bit. It wasn't gonna take anything off of Roman, because he is who he is at this point. But instead, we're gonna keep doing this very long reign. And every time you think it's gonna end, it doesn't end.
But isn't that beautiful though? That they make you think like this has got to be it, right? What the hell are they going to do next? This has got to be it. Even when you're overthinking and overbooking the next step, they got you. They freaking got you, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, my
Not really.
only concern at this point.
They fucking had me at WrestleMania.
I mean, they had all of us at WrestleMania. Like everyone thought he was gonna win.
But
that
that's because that's where the story always ends at WrestleMania. Did they have us at Elimination Chamber? No.
No.
Did they have us at the Rumble? No.
I don't
but-
think I don't think people realistically thought Sammy was going to win that match at Elimination Chamber. They could have done it.
I
think they could have done it and gotten and done it.
Or Matt.
Yeah, what?
What? We got to separate some things here. You think that nobody thinks that they're going to let them win at Money in the Bank?
I think there are a lot of people.
Nobody
they
thought
could've done
Sammy, and I'm not talking about like the pundits. Though,
Who's
right?
nobody?
I mean, like, who's nobody? Yeah. I want to.
I'm sure
There are people.
I'm sure there were people. Okay, all right.
I'm not-
I should
the
not.
Miz are.
Only
Not
a
the Miz
Sith.
are. I'm
Only
not
the
try-
Sith deal in absolutes, and I should not have said nobody thought that.
Because the chatter, the generalized common folk, I don't want to minimize the people that are like not over analyzing like that right with it.
The
about it,
TV
like, their
fans.
job. The TV fans. Let's talk about the TV. The casual fans. Is the
Sure.
the hardcore casual fans on Twitter that like to talk about it all day? Are still like it doesn't make sense. This. We all know there's a stopgap to WrestleMania. We know what this path is. It's an obvious path, and it'd be shocking, beyond shocking, that they would let Sammy win that. But they made again the beauty of pro wrestling is making you believe the obvious thing isn't going to happen when you're a fucking mark that thinks they know everything about the business and and how these things roll. It's that's the beautiful thing about wrestling. Even after all these years, all of us in our 40s now. Yes.
Oh God. Oh.
Welcome to it.
I don't know. I don't know if WWE deserves a pat on the back for pulling the rug out from underneath.
Not the
people.
rug out of the whole point. Oh my God, wrestling is a carny game, guys.
Oh, I know.
Wrestling's a carny game, making you believe something, and then whatever makes you buy the next ticket, right?
Yeah.
That strings you along, right? You keep wanting to see, not Andy Kaufman, but when Lawler was a heel, you kept wanting to see him each. No, that's not right either. I'm trying to think of a good old school thing I was stringing along. You kept wanting to see Ric Flair get beat right?
Sure.
And he'd make you believe it was going to happen, and he didn't. And it's like, and then you buy the ticket to the next one to see if the next guy beats him, right? Because you want to see him lose so bad, but he's still going to uphold that belt for, I don't know.
Yeah, but wanting to see him lose so bad and then just wanting the story to end are two different things.
We were forgetting the fact, Mike, what era am I talking about? Getting the story done. Why do you want the story to end? I don't want the end. I want the ride.
Because stories have to end. Stories have to end.
Not the
There are
never-ending
certain
story.
stories that do have to. That had an end.
But it's
You're
the
proving my point.
never-ending story.
Even something called the never-ending story
It was
had
at
a
least
finish.
3 parts of it. Guys, what did we learn from wrestling this week? Because I should probably go to bed.
Oh, and Tina says if they stretch the Roman run, it'll be 3 years at SummerSlam.
Stretch it to what? Like, are we trying to, like... Where are we going?
What'd you learn from wrestling this week, guys?
Jesus, Sorg, I learn so much all the time. So much to learn, so much to know.
I learned that Matt
I learned
Carlins
that my opinion of Roxanne Perez is not shared by many here. I learned that. I go back to kind of the thing I talked about earlier, that like I learned that we bring our emotions from the outside world with us into every wrestling show that we consume. So it's important to be cognizant of that. You got to kind of separate yourself a little bit sometimes, but it's hard not to, because this is this business is built on emotion, and
it's still real to us, damn it.
I mean, it's predetermined, but the feelings are real, Sorg. We still want these people to win. I still want to see Athena beat some jobbers' brains in.
Yes.
Every week.
Yes.
The surest bet in all of professional wrestling. That's what I learned from wrestling this week and for all weeks. The surest bet in professional wrestling is Athena beating the crap out of some geek. Entertaining.
I have
them
I have a
single
more
time.
surer bet.
Hmm.
I have a more surer bet. You know what it is?
No.
Come on, say it with me. 1 women's match on Dynamite. Bet the farm every week.
And I bet
Only one way.
I bet you it's going to be Britt Baker this week.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Oh,
It's a tag match.
They're building this show.
It's
for
a
us.
tag match.
I want to do, Mike. Let me do yours, because I have 2 actually. I want to wrap on.
Okay. I learned that Matt Carlins and I are both aboard the Julius Creed as a future world champion train.
This is true. I'm on that train.
We said it before the show, but
Yes.
Jesus. I mean,
He's
that's one person cannot fuck up.
he's like got
Like-
this. He's like in this sweet spot between Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. He's like right there. Just develop, you son of a gun. Just develop. That's all I
No,
want.
like he wrestles like Lesnar, but he looks like fucking 03 Randy Orton. And I'm like,
Yeah, he's a
how
handsome
do you
man.
miss with that? How do you miss with that?
There's
like-
a lot there.
Like you can't fuck it. And honestly, he's a good promo too.
He is pretty good. Yes,
He's a
you're
good
right.
promo.
He's been pretty good.
He's
in
a
his
good
little
promo.
talking.
I
you get-
didn't know they could talk until Roderick Strong went away, and then I'm like, oh, these Creed boys are not bad.
When Roderick Strong was slowly wheeled away, and then we found out that the Creeds can talk.
I learned 1. Tomorrow, Pittsburgh's going to discover some fucking Vikingo. Holy shit! He got announced for the Rampage, and he's taking on. Oh, who's he taking on?
Dralistico.
Dralistico?
Oh,
The one that's really kind of making my brain go crazy is Jay White versus Commander. I'm like, that doesn't compute.
Yep.
Like Jay White's gonna wrestle a TV match against a luchador. It's gonna be like
Is
7 minutes.
it bad?
What the hell
I
is he
don't
gonna
care
do?
about either of them.
Oh,
Don't care about
know.
either
The
of
whole
them?
point is
Well,
a nice
no.
sampler patter, Mike. If you get a chance, I think you're gonna like it.
No, There's no story. There's no story.
You know what?
They're
Sometimes
just
you just
throwing-
gotta have a match.
They're just
Mike.
smashing action figures together, and I get tired of that.
You know,
Okay.
sometimes
All
they're
right,
just-
man. But man,
I am sure there will be some some thread that comes out of that match. But
I'll bet you there won't be.
I'm
Which
pretty
one?
sure there
wait,
will.
wait, which one? Which one?
Like, you don't think
Yes,
that, like,
do both.
you don't think Ricky Starks is going to turn up at some point during that match or
Yeah,
following that match?
the Jay White. Whatever happened to Jay White?
he
match,
might be on
There's a
commentary.
story cooking there. Well, there's a story
there's
there.
Still something. There's
Unfortunately, I apologies to Commander. You're not part of the story.
Yeah,
But, Jay White's got to beat somebody.
You can still have a baller match around the story, and I think that's what's going to end up happening.
Don't try this. There's no stories bullcrap with me, Mad Mike. There's always a goddamn story.
Oh, my God. The
In
back
fact,
is the story.
I wish there were less stories. I wish they just do some matches.
Whoa!
That's what they do on Ring of Honor.
You're right.
actually,
You're
and it's
right.
quite
You're
pleasant.
right. You're right. Dark is getting way too story based. So it kind of was.
I don't pay attention to the
There's
stories.
like
I
a-
just listen to Daddy
Also,
Magic.
when are we getting that the firm deletion or whatever?
I don't
That's
know when
coming
that's
soon.
happening, but it's happening.
I think on Rampage this week or next week.
Rampage would be
It's
the
coming
one
up.
to do it on.
No, they're
'cause
going to build it for a couple weeks.
I mean, it's
probably.
gonna be pre-recorded. so it doesn't-
pre-recorded from the Hardy
Yeah.
compound. So
That's right.
you'd want to do that on Rampage. I think I would.
live. It was probably when they're not on a random ass night because the NBA finals. But I
I think it's going to be random ass nights for the next month.
I also learned that everybody's also going to find out about some fucking Irish Airborne. Because they had a title defense for the IWGP titles, I think it was on Friday. Who did they take on? I can't remember. I watched it after the other match. So
They took on Best Friends.
Best Friends, thank you.
Aussie Open.
Yes, the Open.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, wait. Did you say Irish Airborne? You said Irish Airborne. I think you meant Aussie Open.
I
right?
meant Aussie Open.
Okay, I
Irish
was gonna say
Airborne, Aussie
like,
Open.
when you-
Both wore
you
green.
said Irish Airborne, but then you said IWGP Tag Titles. I'm like, pretty sure that was Aussie Open. But all right,
Listen, Mike. All I can say is ask me
Dumper
about.
1 and Dumper 2.
All I can say is ask me about Pittsburgh Independent Wrestling right now. Anyways.
Tina learned that the young talent is something else, and she has to mention it. Both Billy Starks and Nick Wayne both signed. Oh, excellent. Okay.
Oh, by the way, jealous of Missy. She is going to be apparently assigned to the AAW show that's going to have Ray Phoenix on it in Chicago next month.
She also mentioned Bullet Club Gold. What is the true Bullet Club now? Do we know?
Wait, which
I'm
one's
confused.
gold? Which one's gold? Is that the?
That is the Bang Bang Gang of Jay White and Juice Rock Hard.
So
Juice
I
Robinson.
haven't watched the segments yet, but I was seeing the tweets and the clips coming up of Finley Savage Bullet Club that he's booking.
He wants all savages.
Yeah, all savages. Okay, I'm
He wants-
interested.
He
Where's
says in his Bullet Club that he can never be betrayed because he will oust anyone who gives him a side eye before they get a chance to stab him in the back. That's how
he's
David
learning.
Finley's
He's
going to run his Bullet
learning.
Club.
All
I have a
right.
feeling it's not going to
He's
work
trying
out
to
for
make the
David
Bulletproof
Finley.
Bullet Club.
Bulletproof
right,
Bullet
that's
Club.
right.
It's oh my god.
Anyways,
Do we think
Aussie
David
Open.
Finley's cool? Like, are we okay with
yeah,
it?
I think he's getting there. Aussie
All right.
Open. They had that. They had this match. This match that came up. So they had the IWGP Tag Team Championships, right? The New Japan basically Tag Team Championships. They had the and then they were taking on the New Japan Strong Championships. There was basically the American Championships. The Motor City Machine Guns. Oh, cool title! Title match for guys that have a title. The third team is, help me with this, Matt.
Okada and Tanahashi.
And Tanahashi.
Yep.
Oh shit! So
Right?
they teamed Cena and Orton.
Yes, they did. And they're calling them the Dream Team. Listen, I checked
Two-man
out
power trip, baby.
I checked out a couple of shows after Wrestle Kingdom, as I usually do, and disappear for a little. And then I'm watching a show like it's my job, and just catching up with things and make sure everything's technically correct out there in DC. Wow, that made me sound way more important to the production than I am. I'm sorry about that, Patrick. I was taking a call on the field. But anyways, but Missy's holding it down, the fuck down out there. My point is, what was my point? Yeah, I didn't know that Sonata's the fucking champ.
Just 5 guys.
Just 5 guys?
Just 5
Actually,
guys.
5 guys. Mike, these guys showed up. Sonata, help me out, Matt.
Oh my god, you gonna ask me to
Who are
name
the 5 guys?
All just 5 guys? Shit.
I want want to call them the Job Squad.
They kind of were
They were
until they
kind
got
of the Job
Sonata.
Squad, right? They were just like,
you see, like, they broke up Suzuki-gun.
yes, they broke up
And
Suzuki-gun.
then the remnants of
And then-
Suzuki-gun, like, recoalesced
Yeah, like,
into just 4 guys.
So, Mike, you know, I mean, we've talked about this. There's Chaos. There's
So
those,
it's Sonata, Taichi, Taka,
Kanemaru, and who am I forgetting?
it was in the.
Doki.
Is he in that too?
Is the one Kayente guy's in there?
That's what I'm
Takamichi
reading.
Noku, yeah.
Noku's in there. It just sounds like if you knew a little bit about it, like it feels like the goofiest heel faction, right? It felt like the 3-man band of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and it was silly and it wasn't like SAP silly, but for Japan it was kind of silly. And then you don't watch for a month and a half of New Japan, and you go, and it's like listen, it's like Mike. And I want your reaction for this. It's like if you had 3-man band and Heath Slater become the world champion.
I mean, McIntyre was
Okay.
right there.
So was Jinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, Heath was the only one who didn't step up.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And in that
And
era,
there's
no,
still
I'm saying
time.
in that era, there's still 3-man band.
Yeah. And let's imagine, Mad Mike, that you had the 3-man band, and then they found another guy, and they became
Hornswoggle.
the 4-man band. And then that 4th guy won the world title. That's what happened.
Hornswoggle winning the world title?
Sure.
Yes, I think that's where we're at right now.
Sure.
I respect the Sonata, but I just didn't think that 5 guys, just 5 guys, the ones that don't show you birds.
Just 4 guys. Just 4 guys could never get it done. Just 5 guys was that little bit extra that they
May I proffer?
And if they ever get
Proffer, they're just trying to get over in America because they see how popular the 5 guys stream.
I had 5 guys today.
if they ever get to just
there we
6
go.
guys, just 6 guys, and I don't know who number 6 is going to be. No, just 6 guys. There's going to be some hell to pay.
Oh,
And a lot more
I just
t-shirts.
always feel that 5th slot whenever somebody bounces, right? And then they
we're
do a
just
search
6
for
guys.
it. There's just 6 guys. I'm watching this and I'm like, I want to.
If
I'm
they
just
get
like,
up to 10 guys, they can bring in Sean Spears.
get one free. Anyways. Fuck. Oh fuck! I don't even know what was happening after that. So you take the 5 guys and Sonata. Like I just realized I have no idea. And I'm not. I mean, this isn't a question in the office. Like I don't know who is over and what they're looking for in Japan. But that's where the great stuff is. Because Sonata's going to pop up, and maybe Sonata's going to be the next Okada or the next,
Sorg, you know who's
Naito.
over in Japan?
Who?
Mandalorian actress Casca Reeves.
What?
Mercedes Monet is over in Japan.
Money.
Yes.
Money.
Yes. And she's
Very
knocking bitches out.
I just saw the I'm like, just 4 guys sounds like the
You're
dumbest
still
thing.
on this.
I'm not the only one. I'm seeing this. I'm like, this sounds terrible. Like, it must sound awesome in Japan.
I was gonna say
It must sound so cool in Japan, but it doesn't sound good in America. It's just 4 guys, but just 5 guys. I'm into that. Just 5 guys is different.
Guys, this has been the Wrestling
It makes
Mayhem
me
Show.
hungry.
I'm at Sorgatron on all the social medias. You can see me hanging out with dinosaurs at an arcade drinking cider, a Buc-ee's, and with Longhorns. You can also check out Mainstream Matt on the Twitter and look for his, I don't know, is there anything with your byline anymore over at WrestlingInc.com?
Every once in a while, I scribble
Okay,
up
so
something,
we
but
can-
most
we
of
can
the
still-
time, I'm just tearing apart other people's articles.
We can still verify you actually work for them and it's not just your Canadian wrestling site.
Oh yeah, it's
That
for
you
real.
tell us about.
I'm 10.99, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also Mad Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad Mike 4883 on the tweets where Mike.
Yeah, I talk about things and
You
stuff.
mad off.
And I'm gonna be in Atlantic City this weekend.
Heyo, and if you're in Atlantic City, you know what you can do. Chop 'em.
Chop Mad Mike and give me $1.
Give him $1 for the slots.
Yes.
Slots? They have slots? Okay.
Slots. They have lots of slots.
What state am I in? Thank you everybody for this weird what the hell, why the hell not. Let's go ahead and do this late Wrestling Mayhem show. Go check us out. We'll be back I think our guests next week are a gay and his envy. Hold on, let me check that.
Yes, I believe that's accurate.
Oh, shucky ducky. Whoa. That came out of my mouth. Holy shit. May 20. Wait, what's today? Oh, that's May. This is the wrong month.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Nope. That's the wrong
Wait,
day.
is it Badger?
No. She was already on. No, yeah, we have a
thought you
gay and his envy. We have Eamon comes back to the show and Merlin.
Wrestle fan.
And Eamon has a lot to say about the advertising at WrestleMania. I think I've seen him.
only gonna get worse.
I've seen he's messaged me, and then I saw him last weekend, and he's like, I have a lot to say about this when I get on the show. I have a lot to say about the advertising at WrestleMania. I'm just like, ooh.
I'm excited. I'm excited for
Tell me your thoughts.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.